The number one asset in a marketing agency is the skill sets and quality of people. But how can these talents and skill sets be grown and nurtured? We spoke to agency owners who have been there and done that to bring the 4 key areas of coaching that have helped them: aligning with goals, making time for employee growth, providing feedback the right way, and creating an environment where accountability thrives. Let's dive right in. Aligning with your employees' goals could be a challenging skill, but if done right, you will inspire loyalty at your agency. What drives and motivates your employees? Why do they think or act the way they do? Where do they want to go? One of the best ways to do that is to ask questions and listen.
If you're careful about your hiring and you hire somebody that's a team player and curious by nature and willing to really put themselves into it, then they're infinitely more coachable, trainable, mentorable than anything else. So starting with the right person is important. And then the next thing would be getting them on your team mentally and emotionally as well. And I think that how you do that is by you align your values with their goals. Everybody that comes into the business as an employee or a contractor or whoever you've got working for you, they've got their own motivations, right? And at its base level, they're trading time for money. And so it can be as meaningful or meaningless as any other job. And so if you align yourself with their goals, where you know that like your business exists to serve you, well, their job exists to serve them.
Ensuring you can communicate with the what's in it for me, where the me is both sides, creates a strong foundation you can build on.
The challenge initially was getting into the mindset of our employees and saying what allows them to see this as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity in that respect versus, oh, I got more work now. And so really it's the coaching, mentoring process of employees through their time at your company. And the way we pitch that is we want you to be here for a long time. And in order to do that, you need to grow with our agency. But if you're not going to be here for a long time, we want you to leave far more capable than you came here, because that reflects highly upon our agency.
It often takes a while to understand your employees' needs and motivations. So you need to be patient to create that foundation of trust with your employees. If your employees are not provided with the opportunities to expand their knowledge and skills, the success of your agency is in jeopardy.
I think the biggest problem is not allowing for enough time. We have things that need to be done, so do the thing. Okay, we don't know how to do the thing. Okay, well, here's how to do the thing, go. And skills take time to learn. And unless you've baked that time into the process, you're inevitably going to be frustrated with the results, and your team is going to get frustrated with your expectations, which are honestly out of line. Things take time to learn and internalize and implement and then improve and iterate. And there's so much stuff that goes into it that you need to dedicate the time.
Highest priority is training the staff, because you get behind on work when you have capabilities that you need but don't have and aren't prioritizing.
Personalized one-on-one interactions with employees is the most effective way to foster growth and development, as they offer tailored guidance and support. A structured process through consistent guidance can help ensure that these benefits are realized by all employees, regardless of the size of your organization.
When it comes to specific techniques for coaching, one-on-one is better than anything else. We try and staff ourselves in a way where one-on-one training is always an option and is usually the first option we go to, right? Because then the training's just customized to that specific employee's need. And then you can build standardized training systems when you identify needs that nearly all or a majority of employees have.
Making time for your employees also gets you in the habit of checking in on them to see how they're doing.
And so that's kind of how we've developed our system. And it really does focus on one-on-one training, identifying specific knowledge gaps and making a plan to close those, so we don't get lost on a tangent in a conversation or in a training session or whatever that is. We've identified the gaps we're trying to close, the information we need to go over and assess and train in order to close those gaps.
It's our responsibility as an agency, not only to make sure we're educated, because, the partners, yes, we're in front of WSI a lot more than probably some of the project managers and the rest of the staff are. So we just felt that, it is our responsibility to our clients to ensure that every staff member working on their projects is up to date with what they specialize in.
The conscious effort to create positive growth outcomes for your employees is crucial, especially in a distributed work environment.
You have to be intentional. I'm not sitting next to Heather or Sherry. I'm not able to just drop in and check and see how they're doing. If I could, I might know when something's wrong or when they're stressed or overwhelmed or they may need some help. So in a remote workplace, you have to be really intentional. Make sure we're communicating with each other, offering opportunities for communicating and collaborating to kind of keep the culture in check, I guess.
We've all been at the giving or receiving end of feedback ever since childhood. Some feedback is better than others. Feedback needs to be specific and actionable. If you say to your employees,
I don't like this,
or
this sucks,
all it does is demoralize them. And so that's why delivering feedback is crucial to help employees understand their strengths and weaknesses, allowing them to improve and ultimately contribute more to the success of your agency.
Like for example, we have Holly who wrote some of the content for ClickSlash. We have all these service pages like, Shopify SEO services, WordPress, like new pages we're trying to rank on Google, and Holly wrote the page really, really well, the content. She ran it through Surfer, it's perfectly optimized, and the page went live. I think we went from position 105, obviously page 10 above and not indexed before, to position 15, middle of page 1, straight off the bat. So I said, Holly, just so you know, look, that page you just wrote, look at it. I can't believe it. It's amazing. Thank you. Oh, let's push. Like, dude, now, she's way more entangled in the agency. She's embedded in that success. She wants to see it do well. And she made suggestions. How about I go back and change this to help? It's not just, Holly, go back and make it just, hey, like, we're really proud of what you've done. It's getting amazing results already. And she's already come back to us with changes to improve it. So, she's way more involved in the process. And I love the fact she's involved because she cares. It's not just me caring about this new page on the site.
Making sure your employees know what they are accountable for is easier than it may seem. Providing clarity on deliverables and then empowering your employees with project and task ownership is what the better agencies get right. Ownership and clarity of deliverables lay the groundwork for accountability. The follow-up step is to support them to success.
Sometimes with what we do, like it can be a lot of pressure, like you're always trying to improve your results and it's like there's a lot of accountability. So I think just giving each other that support that like if one person is struggling with something, we'll be like, okay, let's brainstorm, like what could we try? What could we do differently? Or, just letting them know that not to take it personally and that it's normal and just, helping them feel comfortable and make sure they can keep performing because they feel really confident and they know what to do.
Combining the 4 aspects of successful coaching is a recipe for creating a successful agency. By aligning with your employees' goals, prioritizing employee growth, providing actionable feedback, and empowering accountability, you maximize your digital agency's potential for growth and the success of your clients. Use these powerful skills to unlock the full potential of your team and your clients, and be amazed by the transformative results that follow. Did you find the tips in today's video to be valuable? If so, leave a like and comment what other kind of coaching skills have you used to realize your employees' full potential at your agency. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button to stay updated with our future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.